this tutorial I want to show you how to perform a user-defined pushback on version 1.7 UEX. Alright, okay, in let's let's go then. But before that, you must know that you can um, there is some hotkeys that you can configure in the initialization file for perform different tasks like rotating or well, I'm gonna talk about more about that. But if you want to know, you can check out the manual that says optional key assignments. Okay, let's go and start. First of all, let's unpause the simulation. And to start off, I just disabled the sound so you can hear me very well. Okay, let's see. When you open the UEX main menu, you go to let's change that to English because so you can. All right, there you go. Right now it's in English, and we will gonna work with menu control, not voice control. So you have to, in order to go that you to set. We're going to set the menu control option. You have to go to UEX main menu like this, and then to options, aircraft profile settings, and ensure here it's if you want to do menu control, just menu control. If you want to use the other one, you can choose the other one. But for this tutorial, we're gonna use menu control. Okay. All right. There you go. Now, you just go to pushback sequence, and then you have two options: user-defined pushback road and computer-defined pushback road. The difference between them is mainly in the fact that, like the name says, computer-defined pushback road is the one where the system will wanna create roads for the current parking, and the user-defined pushback road is when the user or you have the user would like to create custom pushback roads. But since version 1.0, this has been changing in different ways, and the names actually doesn't reflect what it can do. Um, but I'm going just to explain that right now. Okay, computer defined pushback road. When you choose this, what is gonna happen? The tug and the ramp agents will gonna immediately appear on the scene or the simulation and connect the toolbar to the nose wheel. Once this is connected, you establish contact with the ground crew, and after that, then you choose the road that you would like to choose. In case the current parking doesn't have any custom pushback road associated to it, the system will gonna create those roads and give you a list of roads to choose from. Then that's what in computer defined pushback road you actually do. But in user defined pushback road, the first thing you're gonna see is that you are presented with a list of custom pushback road that is already associated to the current parking. In previous versions of UEX, for example 1.3, 1.0, you only had the options to always create a new custom pushback road each time you selected user-defined pushback road. That became a problem because obviously when you create a road one time, then you would like to use it again in the future and select it only and don't have to create it again. So in version 1.7, when you select user-defined pushback road, you are presented with a list of custom pushback road that has been created in the past. That means existing custom pushback road associated to the current parking. And if the current parking doesn't have any custom pushback road associated to it, you will gonna have the option, or well, it will gonna automatically go into create custom pushback road mode in the map. Okay, now we're gonna go to the user-defined pushback road after this explanation, just to give you a picture of what these two options does. Okay, now we are in a top-down view. Okay, um, what happened here is that uh, you can what happened here is that the map has been minimized. That's the first thing that you were gonna see, that the map is minimized and that it appeared but disappeared just a few seconds ago. A warning says that if you have any camera add-ons like EasyDog or ChasePlane already installed, that you must disable it temporarily. Why? Because sometimes those add-ons modify the cameras in a way that maybe it will not gonna work perfect as it won't make UEX cameras to work properly. So that's why there's a warning over here. Okay, in this case, you just right click in any of the top-down view, the simulation. And also it's very important to know that these red polygons are actually the road waypoint anchor attractor waypoint. What does that means? That when you click that each of them and drag them, you modify the path, the green um, path that the truck and the aircraft will follow. This last waypoint will always be an aircraft shape waypoint. That's the place where the aircraft will gonna end up after the pushback, after the truck has pushed back the aircraft. And okay, that's basically what it is. The green curve is the trajectory or path that the truck and the aircraft will want to follow, and the red polygons are used to modify that curve, that green curve. That's basically what it is. Okay, and now you can left click anywhere on the top down view to reposition the camera, or to use the mouse wheel to zoom in or zoom out. Uh, like here, you can left click anywhere where you want to center, and that's it. When you right click, you are being presented with a pop-up menu that lets you cycle between the different custom pushback road associated to your current parking. Now let's go to the next road. This is the other road that is named here. The name is facing southwest, but in the entire message you are going to see the current airport's ID, which is LOWW, and the parking or gate ID, and the current pushback road name. Let's go to the next one. Right click and select next road. As you see, we are on gate Delta 28, and the current road is facing northeast on Romeo 6. Okay, and also you can minimize or restore the airport map using this option, or minimize it, or manually restore or minimize. Right click and minimize or restore the map window like this. So you can also cycle between the different roads on the map. These gray dots are the airport's layout nodes. If you would like to edit uh, a road, for example, we're gonna edit this one. You can, if you are in the top down view of the simulation, right click and edit the road. Right, you're gonna appear the name again, and you left click anywhere. You can left click on the red polygons to modify the road. For example, we're gonna click over here and zoom in, and let's see, just left click and drag. So what it does is that it modifies um, the green path. So you can go here, right, or like here, left click and drag, which is comes more easily for the user to draw the current pushback road. Also, when you left click to select the last waypoint, you can use the mouse wheel to modify the final direction of the aircraft, the final pushback direction, like this. Okay, you can left click like this. Would like to, okay, there you go. Also, you can delete the waypoints. For example, if you would like to delete this one, which is the last waypoint, you can delete it. And always you have to remember the last waypoint is always an aircraft shape, because that's the place where the aircraft will gonna end up after the pushback. Now we're gonna again right click anywhere else and add the waypoint, and there you go. You can also right click anywhere and unselect the current waypoint to see it. This way you can edit the custom pushback roads. Okay, let's see what other options we have here. Also, you can rename the roads. It is very important that when you name a road, that you have to name it in English. This edit box below is the phonetic version. Why there is a phonetic version? Where, well, there are users that will gonna use voice control, and they will gonna need to actually tell the name of the road they would like to choose during a pushback operation. So in this case, when you write in this in English, you are limited to use some words. I will suggest you to check out the the um, the managed custom pushback road manual to see which words are you are limited to use in this edit box. But I will gonna tell them you right now. The only words that you can use in English that you can use is link, facing, tail, also the cardinal directions: north, northeast, northwest, south, southeast, southwest, east, west, and the abbreviations to NE, NW, and like that. Like we have here, it is northeast. If we modify this like NW, you can press this button to preview the phonetic version, the northwest. It is very important that when you write any other word that contains numbers and letters, it will gonna be translated to the corresponding NATO phonetic version. For example, in this case, we have uh, Romeo 6, which is translated in yeah, the NATO was Romeo 6. We placed it like this. I'm gonna say on Charlie or Foxtrot. If you write this, Foxtrot Whiskey, like this. Why it is being done? Well, this has been um, the system, the speech recognition system has been changed in many ways, so it can accommodate custom roads for voice control. Okay, so that's basically what you can like preview like here, and then we save the name, and now you can exit the edit mode over here on the toolbar button in the map, or if you would like, you can right click on the top down view of the simulation and click the exit edit, right? And it will gonna ask you, do you want to save this custom push road? You say yes. All right, and then we are again in the view mode, which is to rotate between the different custom push road associated to the current parking. Also, it is important to notice that this red dot is the pushback point. In previous version, the pushback point was used for define the final direction of the aircraft and for the place where the ramp agent making the X cross sign was placed. But since version 1.7, the the pushback point is only the place where the RAM agent we're gonna make the X cross uh, sign after the tug has pushed back the aircraft. That in some countries means that the pilot should not move the aircraft during meanwhile the ramp agent is actually removing the bypass pin. Okay. And now you can right click, rotate, you know, the different roads. And when you are ready to choose one of the roads, you just show the road that you would like to choose. For example, this that we have seen is facing northwest on Charlie. Um, you just right click and select that use the current road for the pushback. Alright, then it will gonna ask you, do you want to, again, like a confirmation, do you want to use this custom road as your current pushback road? You will say yes. And once you've done that, you will automatically exit for the map mode, and then you will gonna go. The pushback sequence will already start. There you go. Also, it is very important to notice that we have some new external camera feature that allows you to rotate between the different cameras, different ground
to flight deck. Communication check, please, and confirm that the brakes are set. Thanks.
Right, there you go. These cameras are attached to some of the ground crew objects like RAM agents and the tug. We will be adding more cameras um, in future versions or releases, so you can view the action in from different angles. Um, okay, now we are presented with this menu that will always, in user-defined push-out road option, will always show a single road, which is the road that you choose in the beginning. Why is this window being shown since since there is only one road? And you may ask yourself, well, some people may would like to delay the pushback. They will say that.
Okay, I will hold.
You will going to say that ground check are complete.
All ground checks are complete, and you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
You can also preview the pushback, which in this case it will gonna um, minimize the map and show you the top-down view again with the warning again. In order to edit the road simulation, you must temporarily turn off or disable camera add-ons like Easy Dog or Chess Plane. Okay, then you can view the current road available. This is the only one. That's why you cannot cycle, because this is the one that you choose at the beginning. Okay, now you close the map and you go back to your virtual cockpit. Okay, and now we're gonna choose that we are going to start the pushback just right now.
Roger, facing northwest on Charlie. The pin is inserted. Release brakes. Pushing back.
Okay, I'm gonna use the different cameras that we have. Perfect. There you go. We're gonna be adding more cameras. You can see the new external cameras video for more information. Also, you can cycle between the default cameras in the flight simulator, and it doesn't affect.
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Now that's well. After this, then it is like any other pushback. So I will gonna the end of the video over here, and I will just say thank you for watching.